Hey guys, Vilisink back again, Raid Shadow Legends, and in this one, we now have the Dragon Tournament live, which is, let me just show you what we're doing. The tournament is epics only, so let's show some epics, let's show some teams, we'll do a dragon run, and then we'll have some fun with this one. If you need fragments or shards, etc., or fragments we'll call them, very best place to get them. 15 is more than we actually thought we were going to get. They did this before, and they gave people 5 or 10 and it was kind of pointless. The winner, which I have to say is just damn stupid. First place gets 5, an extra 15, which is really kind of silly. Come on, Plarium. You must have brains over like where your main office is. If not, you make $500 million, you can afford to buy some. That should be spread at least 10, 20 players. Come on. They're supposed to be helping the player base, not... I mean, it's not monetizing it, but you're forcing people to be number 1, which is going to force people to play more. But on the other hand, yes, it's 1,000 points, which is not really that bad, but I just hate this this left-hand side. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Which also doesn't surprise me being Plarium. But let's not get too far into it. So, with Dragon, we can do Dragon 20. Keeping in mind, you can do Dragon 10, 14, 17. Wherever your account is, that's where you can do. There's even epics that can run through this, like 3 people. Sylar, Stag, and then you also have Eurogrim as well. So, we've got a team set up. I just threw some epics together. So we've got a Poisoner and Eurogrim. We have, which could be a Cult Brawler, a Sylar, Doom Priest, Royal Guard, Stagnite. We're going to really see how this team works. And hopefully it's just relatively fast. It is level 20. Sorry, it's stage 20, so I don't see much resistance, but after that, we can definitely show you some... We'll show you the roster, some very good champions for Dragon. And then we can start hopefully getting you guys kicking some ass. I mean, stage 8, stage 10, if you're newer, if you're older, it makes no difference. You know, this is to help everyone. And it is quite cool, like this is one of the stipulations that I'm actually not too bothered by all epics. Legitimately, I'm not bothered by all epics. I could do like a 3-person epic team. I could potentially do Sylar and Eurogrim and 2-man Dragon 20. But not necessarily going to help the majority of the player base. I mean, they can get it done, but other people want fast, consistent, or even just consistent teams. And we're a minute in. So, again, this team is not that fast, but we are, when we get to the dragon, poisons will be thrown up. Rest assured. So Stagnite's not the best affinity for him anyway. Really should have thought of that. Can't say I noticed. The Stagnite is the decreased defense champion, so we will need him to land what he needs to land in order for us to get the most out of the takedown abilities that we will be using. We will be going for some nice damage, so hopefully, along with the poisons, we can kill the dragon quicker. There we go. So, we're getting there, we're debuffing them, we're controlling them. Sylar, again, any epic in a stun set could do the job. She just kind of is really good because she also has decreased speed, decreased turn meter, along with that stun set. But there's multiple teams that you could go for. So we're at the dragon, quite safe, quite consistent. So let's throw up some, well, we've got the debuffs, nice. We're just going to stack some poisons. And there we have it. If you have a Seer, and you also have Renegade, Kymar, it would work faster. You can do Seer with Gorg, Mosley and Mage, Painkeeper and someone else, but it's slower, it's consistent, but it's not the fastest. That's why you don't see Seer in this team at the moment. I really don't see why it makes any, does it make any relevance not having the reset. So a couple of minutes to get here, just over 2 minutes, but the dragon has had 0 chance. We've been dealing sufficient damage to kick his butt. The Cult Brawler is good, but he is weak affinity for that, so if you went to, I think it was 19, 18 or 19, you could definitely do that. See what other champions, we can maybe get one more. So Urigrim is the poisoner. Well, the team isn't really set in stone, so we don't need that. Who else? Epic wise can be taken. If you need a carry, there's Lightsworn. Campaign Farmer, no. Zargala, Sinesha, Miscreated Monster is a fantastic champion. We could take him in. We could do something like that. Where complete stuns and poisons. Where we're just going to control them. Again, it's slightly slower, but this will be a consistent team. Gorgrab, built to be fast. Sylar, respectively fast as well. Some tank stats, so she can't take a hit. Stag is actually like one of my better builds. Urigrim, Frank is just, he's the shield guy. Ally protection, stuns on the A1, AoE stun A2. Just a badass champion. If you have Frank, then you're in good strides. So let's see how long it takes us here, relying on pure poison damage. I'd estimate maybe 4 minutes. Potentially 4 minutes. We do have Stag weak, but he is the decreased defense, and epic wise, I'm not sure. I mean, Zargala's an epic, but I'm not necessarily happy with her build. She would definitely work. She hits all enemies 3 times on an AoE, so she could definitely work for you. Poison damage in Dragon is, unless you may have double Royal Guard. I have multiple Cold Hearts. It's just getting them to the Dragon type of thing. Poison will be far better for you. Far better for you. So it's over 2 minutes. Doing nice and well. We're surviving. We're CCing them, which is, we're going to take less damage depending on your gear and your stats and so forth. There is the potential to be one shot by one of these like guys in wave 1 or wave 2 on stage 20. They have respectable HP. Keep that in mind. The control aspect is always something that you can rely on. Let's get to the dragon. Come on. 2 minutes 48, 249, 250. Let's go. Weak. Okay, let's just rely on poisons. Potentially we could have done 19 if it was spirit, just so stag was normal affinity. He is weak affinity now, but Yuri Grim will be putting up poisons. Support comes from Gorgorab and Miscreated Monster. And we're looking pretty good so far. He's lost a bit of HP. If we get scorched, remember, if Gorgorab is alive, everybody's alive. We did the video, we went through it. Gorgorab is just the man with a master plan. So come on stag, right, we got the debuffs, nice, again, allows for more damage per hit. But a turn meter boost, Sylar is good for the waves. Against the dragon, not necessarily that useful because you can't manipulate his turn meter, you can't stun him. Yes, you can debuff him, but there's always, if there's pros, there's always cons. And we're just going to chop this guy down. If we get scorched, I don't even care. Gorgorab is top tier reviver, in my opinion. As far as an epic reviver goes, Gorgorab is OG. Goes back years and years and years. People have been using him, and they're still using him because he is good to build. He's reliable. Attack up buff, turn meter buff. Removes a buff from an enemy. Chance to steal one. What more could you possibly ask for? So are we going to get 5 minutes, or are we going to be slightly over? 5 minutes 1, 5, 2. Come on. Beat 5 minutes 10 seconds. Take a turn, dragon. Come on. And there you go. What we can do is, I'll go to my champions. It's not to show you the builds, I'll just show you the epics that I have. And therefore, I will tell you guys the good epics to use against dragon. You may not have these epics. No, but it's a game of RNG, so that part I actually cannot do anything about. So Urigrim, fantastic choice. Lightsworn, brilliant tank, great carry. Obviously Sylar, Skullcrown's a camping farmer. If you're not using her as your camping farmer, she can do sufficient damage. Definitely if you pair her with her sister Sinesha. If Skullcrown dies, she will revive as part of the passive. If you have a renegade, or if you want to do a seer team, get a load of buffs, put seer in. First wave will drop and then it will repeat itself over and over again. Yeah, Man-Eater is okay if you need somebody to keep you alive. Then this person is a single damage for the waves. Doom Priest, okay for the cleanse. Zargala, I don't have her built too great, but she actually can hit pretty hard, actually quite nice. Dark Alhain, probably not for this one. Frank, yes. We can always use more control. Seeker, if you need to, yes, you can provoke someone so you do not get hit. Gorgorab, one of the best revivers in the game. Royal Guard, Fane, Stagnite, Rockbreaker, Deacon Armstrong, a couple of others. This whole row is very, very good. Shout outs to Deacon Armstrong, recently began using him. Turn meter, decrease, extra turns, debuffs. He's really, really good. You know, while we're here, shout out to Rockbreaker, who will provoke people, and he's defense based, so he's a very, very fun champion to use. And also for the dragon, We need poison. I used Occult Brawler for so long, so long. He's still one of my favourite champions. When I got Occult Brawler, it was back in the Battle Pass days, slightly before. So when Battle Pass came out, it was Operation Frank and Occult Brawler. Get to 60 is what you need. If you need support, you can always take in Vrask. Give him crit rate, he'll keep you alive. I don't want to name too many champions, but you kind of get the drift. Melga could be a reviver, Broadmaw's a good reviver, Hoferis is a good reviver, Ritter Drath is good, Seneschal is good, so that's just a video on who I have. But if you're doing this tournament and it's all epics, Poisoners are really good. You can also go enemy max HP for the dragon if it works for you. But just remember, take in some control for the waves, be it someone in a stun set, or Frank, or turn meter manipulation would work really well also, just to ensure you don't take too many damage depending on the team that you have and who you're using. So guys, the event is live. I wish you all the best regardless of the level you're on. Please tell me down below who you're using. I may do 2-3 man teams. Just post some videos through the day for this, because I really think it's a good opportunity to show off some epics. And as always guys, I love you all. Stay safe, keep raiding. See you in the next video.